Good morning and welcome to another vlog from my Europe road trip here on Theme Park Worldwide. Now, back at the start of this series, I did say that this trip could get a bit random and I wasn't 100% sure on exactly which theme parks I was going to be going to. And that is the case with today, because yesterday I was at Walligator. Check out the vlog if you've not seen it. And last night I drove to my hotel that was sort of halfway between Walligator and Europa Park, which is where I'm heading to next. And yeah, I looked on maps last night, just having a bit of a look around the area, because it was very picturesque where I was staying, in the forest, loads of trees around. And yeah, I thought, oh, there's a theme park here 9 miles away. Then I had a little look at what it had got, and I thought, I've seen this place before. They've got an Sns El Loco, which is that coaster just behind me. And that turned into me thinking, hang on a minute, I can squeeze this in here, even if it's just for a few hours before I make my way down to Europa Park in Germany. So yes, I'm still here in France, at a brand new park that I've never been to before, called, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Fraispertuis City, or something along those lines. But yeah, welcome to the vlog. Yeah, this could get very random. Don't really know what they've got in terms of other rides, but they've got 3 roller coasters. I know it's a family-owned park that opened in 1966, and it's been owned by the family since then, so I really do like that. And it looks like it's all Wild West themed, which is my favourite personal theme at a park. I've just heard a train anyway, but yeah, I'll spin you around so you can see all this in a bit more detail. So yeah, this is the car park. Like I say, it's a very small park. This is the car park to it. The entrance is just around the corner. Yeah, and this is their Sns El Loco that opened back in 2011. And when this opened, it did actually have the record for the steepest roller coaster in the world. But then it was beaten by Takabisha in Japan, built by Gerstlauer, a ride that I've also been on. Also in the background there, hello Apocalypse, I feel like I'm back at Drayton Manor. It's a Wild West themed Intamin drop tower. Look at that, really nice, isn't it? I mean, the coaster and then that behind it. And I must say, the drive to get to this park was absolutely wonderful this morning. All through these trees. They were very windy roads, but this park is in the middle of nowhere. So I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, I think there's a log flume as well from when I was driving on the road. I'm sure I saw it. But yeah, this place is tiny. The park starts like that. Well, I say that's the end of it there. And then it starts somewhere down here. And this is the entrance, a small little cute entrance for it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Welcome to the vlog. Something a bit random from Fraispertuis City. I don't know how to say it. My pronunciation's bad enough as it is. I've not booked online or anything for this one. I'm paying at the gate. That's something that I never normally do. But yeah, let's go for it. Right next door to the entrance then is a map just here of the park so we can see what there is. I'm standing down here at entrance number 1. Seems like they've got 2 entrances, there's one there as well. And yeah, here's a little look at it. Like I say, it's a small park. It's going to be a few hours of my day before travelling down into Germany. But yeah, there's the El Loco just there. Behind it there's a little junior coaster, and then you've got this one just here as well. I like all the look of the rock work around that, so hopefully it actually looks like that in person. There's that Intamin drop tower, log flume, Zamper the Disco, a couple of other little flat rides for the kids, small junior log flume there it seems. You've got the railway that runs round the park. There's a splash battle there as well with another ride, a bit like Squid Surfer at Legoland, that seems, that's new for this year. Little rocking tug there, you know, and a few nice buildings it seems around here to look round as well. So yeah, like, I'm just gonna pay for a ticket. I'm not too sure exactly how much it is, but we're gonna pay on the door and I'll let you know in just a moment. What a cute little park this is. Everyone's so friendly. And yeah, they're just giving me all these different leaflets, and yeah, we've got a park map and some sort of brochure. Do you like all the branding? It looks quite nice, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, I'm inside. On the gates, €23.50. So I don't think that's too bad, really. How cute is this? All the little buildings and everything. Really nice. There's the train ride. I'll definitely go on there later on and have a lap round. Oh, you got these bumper boats down here. It's like being in Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think you can all guess where I'm heading to first. Like I say, very small park this one. But yeah, it's probably only going to be a few hours that I'm going to spend here. But I'm really glad that I've come so far just to see it all. I mean, the buildings are great. And it's also got quite a lot of history. I've just been doing a bit of reading online about some of the different attractions and areas. Bit of Wild West audio. The staff are in like themed uniforms as well. It's like being in a huge version of Frontierland. Right, let's go on this El Loco. Like I say, this opened in 2011 and it was the steepest drop on a roller coaster in the world for about a week and a half. And then Takabisha, oh, fire effect, yes. And Takabisha took it. But it's still the steepest drop in Europe. So let's go on Timber Drop. heavily themed. If you haven't guessed already, it is a clone of Mumbo Jumbo at Flamingo Land back in the UK. However, this looks a lot nicer because, well, it's got all this theming. And it's got a really good head chopper element as well on that beyond vertical drop. Looks very quiet. There's a lot of kids here, a lot of families, so I'm assuming they're not really going to be heading straight for the thrill rides. And here comes the train. Oh, that's cute. I mean, this is my favourite theme for a park, so I'm enjoying the fact that it's all Wild West themed, or pretty much all Wild West themed. I think there's a pirate area. Yeah, look at this. That's going to be a really good near miss section, that. All right, let's go. Got my chest mounted GoPro, which I believe we can use, so happy days. It's got a very heavily themed station, and it's quite a heavily themed park from what I've seen so far. That's the beauty of these family-owned parks. Hey! Up we go through the tree trunk. Beautiful day today. Get ready for that turnaround section. Big queues coming in now. Here we are, ready for the 113-degree drop. Steepest in Europe. Whoa! Hey! Yeah, there's the queue for the ticket kiosk. That was good. Bit of hang time now. Oh, yes. Woo. Very slow around that section. If you enter that inversion. Oh! Another good near miss element. Into the brake run. But yeah, what a nice theme station. Got all those saws up there. Wonderful. Enjoyed that. That's a very nicely themed ride. Nice and smooth, very enjoyable. And that drop is awesome there as you go straight into the tree trunk. What a great start to the day going on that. Really pleased that I've come to ride that. But of course, it's not just this coaster, there's two more here to experience. We've got one built by Socket and another one built by Zera. And that's just behind me here, and it's got no queue. So it'd be rude not to have a little go on that, wouldn't it? Here it is. I must say the Intamin drop tower looks absolutely awesome. And I've got a fun fact for you about that whilst we're standing a bit further back from it. It's 66 meters tall. What year did I say this park opened? 1966. So it was done to celebrate when the park opened. 66 meters tall. How cool's that? And here's the coaster. It's walk-on, so I thought we may as well. With the amount of families that are coming into the park, this is going to get busy. So we'll do this before we go and do the other big rides. Just a short layout, this one, pretty much just round in an oval. See how many laps we get on this, probably a couple I'd imagine. Now it might be my first time visiting this park, but I've actually already got this credit before. This used to be at Parc Asterix, also here in France. A long way from here, but still in the same country. Hey, second lap. Whoa. Just a basic layout. Closed at Asterix in 2013 and opened here the year after. Woo! Right, up next then, I'm going to give this log flume a go, mainly because I'm right next to it. It's a hot day, it's going to be 24 degrees today, so this is going to get a big queue, so I thought I'm going to get it in straight away. But here's the junior one as well. It's quite nicely themed, isn't it? There we are. Do like that, small little drop on it. Lots of rocks over there. Nice bit of waterfall action. And this is the end of the park in this direction. As you can see, you got another couple of rides down here. Some more flat rides. You got a Zamperla Disco. I'll have a ride on that at some point. Yeah, and this is the log flume. But yeah, it's got quite a big queue line around there, so I'd imagine this does get busy. In terms of the annual gate figure here, after having a little look, they get just over 200,000 visitors a year, so not many at all. It's just a small park, like I say, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but not too far away from the German border. It is in France, but not too far away from Germany. But I like this place a lot. It's my favourite theme. It's very nicely presented and it's family owned, so ticks all the boxes for me, and it's got quite a good ride lineup. I mean, I imagine this started off as more of just a kids park. However, now they're putting them 2 massive thrill rides, it's certainly expanding more into the thrill market, and yeah, just an all-round park for everyone to enjoy. And this has got a themed trough, so I like the look of that. I think the entrance is just around here. So this opened in 1991, also built by Socket. The manufacturer that I still don't quite know if I'm pronouncing right. I've not done loads of their rides really. Done quite a few this trip, but before that I hadn't done that many at all, to be honest. Oh, but I'm in love with this place. I can tell straight away if I'm going to enjoy somewhere, and I just really like the way this is presented. That's the other coaster built by Socket, my 3rd and final coaster to ride at this park. Little saloon over there. Just everything's themed, and I really like that. It's only quite a short flume ride, this, 1 drop special. Oh, there we go, we've got a bit of history about the park there, it seems, on all them different banners all the way across. So have a look at that when we come off. That looks quite different, doesn't it? Little spinning flat ride. Just look really tiny, don't they, what the people are sitting in? Oh, what a view. What makes this park is having all the forest surrounding it. All them trees behind that look amazing. Get ready! Ah! Oh, not too wet there. Yeah, I didn't get as wet as I did on the one yesterday at Walligator. Like I say, check out the vlog if you've not already seen it. All these vlogs from this epic Europe trip that I'm doing are all in a playlist dedicated to the various different videos from throughout this trip, so make sure you check it out. Not a bad flume ride that, really. Quite short, didn't get that wet on the drop, but I reckon if you've got a boat full you get pretty soaked on there. Here's a look at these banners then that I spotted from on the ride. All this history. So this is from 1966 when the park opened to 1976. You can see what it was all like here, like a indoor bar area was all built, a play area. Not really much in terms of rides at all back then. It seems a lot of animal experiences and the train ride. And then we move on to the next era from 76 down to 86. This is where we started to see more buildings all developed. You've got the bank up there at the top. That'll look at like a panning for gold attraction down the bottom, a saloon there as well. 86 to 96, this is where you can see a lot of investment starting to happen now. Pedlos, you've got one of the roller coasters up there, loads of other different attractions. You got a Ferris wheel down there, and of course the log flume that I've just been on. Oh, that looks nice. I wonder if that still exists. Probably not, but I don't know, I've not seen it anywhere on the website. Moving on then, 96 to 2006. All the different rides that came there. Lots of stuff. Got that Zamperla Disco. That was the first one of those to open in France, actually. Into more recent times, 2006 to 2016. All the different rides there, including Timber Drop. Huge investment for them. And there we go. That's where we're up to. I assume this is for the future, for the next 10 years from that. 2016 to 26, and I wonder what else they'll be able to put on there. They're all different newspaper articles, which is quite fun. I like how they've saved all those. How cool is that? Right, I'm gonna go and get this other coaster, what I need to do now. It's only just over here. This was built in 2002, like I said, just on the log flume, also by Socket, that French company. However, it was extended in 2005, so I'm not sure exactly which section was extended, but it was, and yeah, it's called the Grand Canyon. Hence why it's got all this theming around it. Looks quite speedy actually in some places. So there's the station, is it up there? Not too sure where we get on, but we'll soon find out. like this section of queue line that goes down underneath the track. It's quite cool, isn't it? And issue we walk up these steps and then the coaster just emerges in front of us. Nice themed trains on this, like a gold mine car. Got this crane out here as well. Looks quite speedy, this does. Quite a big queue it seems for this one. So we'll see you on the ride. Let's go on this trip around the Grand Canyon. Good operations. I said it was a big queue. Only waited 5 minutes. I think it's on 3 trains, which is really good. Slow lift hill. Reminds me of being at American Adventure back on the old JCB twin looper. That was a socket. And that was also a Wild West themed park. Well, all throughout America. So picturesque. Ooh. Oh, it's quite fast. Hey, oh my god. Bit of air time. Oh, I don't think the girl behind's enjoying it. Whoa! Hey. Oh, it's quite violent. Fisher's coaster, yeah. It's smooth though. I can't tell which section got added on. Did this used to be the station maybe? I don't know. Just an evac point. Timber drop. Good coaster. There we go. That was a good ride, that. It was quite smooth and quite snappy in places as well. What a lovely themed ride that is, and it rode really good actually. Quite surprised, enjoyed it. Definitely have to have another go on there before I leave the park this afternoon. Anyway, that's the 3 coasters done. I think it's time for me to have a go on this Intamin freefall, don't you? Look at that, yeah. This only opened in 2017, walking underneath this guy here. Yeah, only opened in 2017, so, you know, it's a reasonably new ride. Here's a look at the nice themed entrance to it. So it's 1.2 for sit down, 1.4 for standing with tilting without the floor. Sit down tilting is 1.2, and then stand up tilting with the floor is 1.4. Wow, so we got all 4 on here. I like the look of this a lot. Golden Driller, it's called. Hopefully, with this being a bit of a smaller tower, it's going to have some force to it. You know my thoughts on the massive ones that are like 100 meters plus. I don't think they've got much force, so let's see what happens. Blimey, which one should I try first? Should we do stand up, no floor? Because that's my favourite on Apocalypse at Drayton Manor. This is a bit taller than Apocalypse, but still, I think this could be quite good. Just got to work out where you're going here, haven't you? There we are. Left, that's it. Okay, so all you sit down ones to the right, all these stand-ups to the left. Some quite clear signposts actually. Oh, I see, so without floor is this way, which is 2 people in line. Next on. Here we go. As you all know, I absolutely love Intamin drop towers. I love drop towers in general, but definitely when they're built by Intamin. I'm a bit fussy when it comes to my drop towers, so I'm very much looking forward to this. I think the views are going to be spectacular as well. They're already really nice from this height. From that drive into the park this morning, I definitely feel like we're going to get some amazing views. Don't look down, as they say on Oblivion. There's Grand Canyon down there, all that rock work. That's the side of the park that I've not been to yet. So you can see over there the size of the park, really. It's a small place. Very small park, but I really like it. And there's a lot packed into it. 36 attractions, I think it said, on the map, including the rides and other things that they might class as attractions, like any walkthroughs or anything. Not too sure if they've got anything like that here. Wow, beautiful views. We're doing the tilt. Oh, yes. Is it going to be forceful? Let's find out. Hey! Oh, it's a good one. Yes, that's just like Apocalypse, that is. Lovely. Enjoyed that. Straight back round. Straight back round, no messing about. No queue for this one. These guys I'm on with have just had a re-ride. So we're on stand up with floor this time. So like you say, the difference is that you've got this to stand on just here. This is actually the most intense tower in my opinion on Apocalypse at Drayton Manor. Comparing that because it's a similar height. I mean, yes, this is a bit taller. And of course it offers the same sort of riding positions, except there, oh fire, except there you can't do sit down tilting, it's just normal sit down. Give those a go next. They're a bit bigger queues. Obviously a lot more people there do the sit down. Oh, great views. Look at the El Loco down there, timber drop. Very, very nice. I bet you get a great view if you climb over that hill over there. So we're still tilting on here. Better view from this side, I'd say. And here we go. Time to drop. Hey! Oh! And again, I feel like that's the most intense tower out between the two. That was very good. I think because your feet are actually on the platform, makes it more intense. Right, sit down next. All them stand-up towers are really good. I love a good drop tower. So to go on the sit-down ones, you need to walk around this top section here. Only got to wait a couple, not too bad. So we're gonna have a go on this one first. Look at the restraints on the sit-down. Very, very different. It's more of a lap bar, to be honest. They're a bit like the restraints on the Intamin gyro swings, a bit like on Loki at Liseberg. There we go, let's try this out. Off we go then on sit down. Absolutely love these restraints on here. Never done an Intamin drop tower with restraints like this before. Like, you're just so exposed, like look at that. Nowhere near your shoulders. Brilliant, really adds to that fear factor. Can't remember now from the sign downstairs whether this was the tilting one or not. I was just that excited about it, to be honest. You know me and drop towers, I adore them. Yeah, we'll soon find out, I guess, when we get to the top if we tilt or not. Could be the one next to me what does. Another great view. Yeah, that's the way that I drove in, like a windy road all throughout the trees for about 15 miles. Hardly saw any buildings. It was amazing. Log flume down there. Got to go and do that Zampa the Disco shortly as well. Wonder if that's the owner's house over there, right next to the park. There we are. Oh yeah, this is the tilter. There we are. Oh, it doesn't make that much difference on the sit down there, does it really? There we go. See how forceful it is. Time to drop. Hey! Oh. Whoa! Good for a sit down. This is a brilliant drop tower. Absolutely love this. Right, one more to go. There we go. Fourth and final tower to go on. Absolutely loving the restraints on this. Just feels so exposed on the ride. That's great. Get the best view there of timber drop from on this one. You see that flame effect burning away inside there, ready to do a big blast again. Here we go. Yeah, this is a brilliant drop tower. Definitely the highlight of the park for me. The whole place is really delightful. It's been wonderful to visit. Like, it's great to see it. I'm so glad that I decided to come here today. You know, because I was thinking, oh, I could get to Europa Park a lot earlier. Then I thought, nah, I need to see a new park. And yeah, it's been well worth it. Really like it. No tilting, nothing special on this one. Just a standard drop. So let's go. Still very forceful. Brilliant. Really enjoyed that. 4 POVs in a row there from this wonderful drop tower. All the different seats, all the different views. Absolutely fantastic ride that. Enjoyed all the different towers. Of course, stand up was my favourite. Well, much like Apocalypse, I've got to say stand up with the floor. The view was great from that one, and also the intensity. Brilliant. I just think because your feet are actually resting onto something, you just feel that intensity even more. Love that. Brilliant addition to this park back in 2017. Brilliant now. They had the El Loco, and then they put this in a few years later. Like, really good. I bet like fans of this park who've been coming here for years thought, oh, we'll never see these big rides coming in. And over the past few years, it's really developed. The theming seems like they've been upping the level of that. Honestly, this is a really good park, and I'm really enjoying it here today. I just thought I'd show you this. Little bit of information here. And of course, you've got some screens up the top there as well, just so you can see people getting on the ride. Like that idea. Unfortunately, I can't understand all this, but I believe it's a bit of storyline to it all. I think so. Talking all about like different oil rigs and that sort of thing, from what I can make out. And then this is building this huge structure here. There we are. Oh no, that is that one? Yeah, it is, isn't it? No, it's a, I see, it's a replica of something somewhere else, I think. There we go. Yeah, like I say, I can't fully understand, well, I can't understand it at all because I don't speak French, but there you go. Yeah, I see, yeah, it's a smaller replica of that. I mean, that's still huge, isn't it, to have in the park, but oh, what a lovely little place this is. Fire effects as well, drop tower. Oh, it's really good. I think a little wooden roller coaster will work here, you know, for their next big investment. They've already got timber drop, golden driller, which was brilliant. I could imagine a little GCI or Gravity Group wooden coaster here. I think it would fit in absolutely beautiful. Something a bit like what I did last week at Park St. Paul. That'd be a really good fit for this park in the future. Right, let's head down towards the other end of the park and see what there is around here. See another spinning flat ride there for the kids. And welcome to Mexico. Very nice entrance archway. All that painting on there looks really fresh, doesn't it? Some nice Mexican buildings all around here. La Cantina. I assume that's a eatery of some form. It's a little shop over there as well. Little kids flat ride. And we've got this little horse ride over here. Oh, the queue's quite big. I would have got on that if it didn't have a big queue. You know me and these rides. Oh, we've got some nice fresh juicy vegetables in here. I was going to say fruit then. What am I getting on about? That's it, look at those. Very nice. There's your little pony ride. And then yeah, we've got, that's the exact same model as the one that used to be at the American Adventure back in Derbyshire in the UK. Little spinning Mexican hats ride. It's quite interesting, isn't it? I don't think I've seen one that size before, like that. Like a junior version, a bit less intense. Oh, that drop tower though, absolutely awesome. I'm going to continue walking down this way. It's actually coming up towards lunchtime. I've nearly been here a couple of hours. So yeah, I'm certainly going to be here a bit longer than I was originally planning on, but that's not a problem because at the end of the day, I'm enjoying it here. Like, you know, if you're enjoying something, that's the good thing about this trip, having a car, not having to rely on public transport. I can just sort of go with the flow, take it as I want to. And this is the pirate themed area down here. So there's a Mack Rides splash battle down here somewhere. I think it's right down here at the end. We saw it from higher up. And we've got a rocking tug over there. Looks very similar to Heave Ho in Mutiny Bay at Alton Towers. One of them drop towers where you pull yourself up. What makes this park is the location. It's the themes they've gone for in the location because it just fits, like with Wild West and pirates, and you know, it all just works with having all the forest around, in my opinion. It's very nice. A bit more detailed than Heave Ho, isn't it, actually? Like cannons on the side. It's the same style boats, but just got more heavy detailing on. I like how they've got this planting in front of it as well, instead of just wooden boards. That's got a huge queue. The family rides here are very, very busy. But like I said, just have a little look round. You know, if there were a walk on, I'd do some of these family attractions. But I recognise that. We've got one of those in Mutiny Bay. And this looks like it could be the splash battle. Oh, I see water squirting out there. Hey, here it is. Battle Galleons, yeah. Well, this park's version of it anyway. There we are. There's the station over there. But we've got to have a little look at this, haven't we? Oh, some big queues though around here. Pirate Attack, that's what it's called. And then this is the other end of the park. I think I'm going to go and have a ride on the train next. Have a ride on there and get some food, that's the plan. This is clearly ready for further expansion down there. That's the only part of the park really that I've seen that's not themed. I mean, this is ready for another ride, isn't it? I could see them going for a little wooden coaster, you know, it would fit perfectly around the back just here. Not too sure how much space they've got behind there. I think it's just car parking. But yeah, I can see if they've got the space for it here. I don't know how much land they own. I can see a very exciting future ahead. I could also maybe see here some sort of, maybe an Intamin gyro swing would work very well in this park. I think so anyway.
Un excellent choix. Grâce à tous les courageux qui l'ont testé, des arbres vont être replantés pour contribuer à la reforestation. Depuis le début de l'opération, ce sont déjà plus de 3000 arbres qui ont été financés.
Choo choo. You know what I'm like with my transport rides? I always say it. The Maker Park, I like these a lot. This is only a short ride. I think it's only the one station, just as a loop around the park. But still, it's a train ride. Nice old train ride that dates back to when the park opens. And them posters that we saw earlier. Get to see some different views. Bits of theming. It's very nicely looked after here. I do like the fact that there's a couple of rides with flame effects actually as well. The Splash Battle has. I'll show you when I go back down there shortly. Just wanted to make sure that I got on this train, so I was just following it up back to the station. I wonder if all these trees around this section were here before the coaster, or if they planted them once it had opened. Some of these trees here look like they've been here for years, but I don't know. Ants on a postcard, if anybody knows. It's just a part where I've not heard many people talk about this one, so it's nice to come and see it. might have been quite short, but that was still a very enjoyable train ride. Nice how it took you through the different areas of the park as well. There was a lot to see on it. You saw all the different rides and a few animatronics and stuff placed along the way that was really nice. And yeah, it's always good to go on stuff like that, isn't it? Nice and relaxing at the park. And yeah, you just saw a shot there at the end in that last clip from the train of like that cactus ride. It's like some sort of drop tower, but then it just like tilts you forward a little bit. I'll have another look at it when I go back inside. Instead of eating in the park, I've decided to go and have some of my packed lunch today. The queues in there are absolutely huge for food. Don't get me wrong, it looks very nice, but I thought, yeah, because I only want to be here a few hours, I'm not going to wait in those long queues. So I've got my lunch box down here today, been down to Lidl, been down doing my shopping. But I just thought I'd show you this because there's not many places where you could sit in the car with a coaster, having your lunch, running just right behind you. Crazy, isn't it? Just sitting here looking out. It's really quite relaxing. But anyway, I'll have this. We'll head back inside. There's a few more rides that I'm going to go on, show a bit more footage of the park, and yeah, then we'll wrap up this vlog from here. Really enjoyed it though here. Fantastic park. Right back inside the park then, after my lovely lunchbox. And look at this, see what I mean about the queues. Whoa, very busy. Seems like they could do with some more food outlets here. I said the same at Walligator yesterday. Las Vegas, that's an arcade in there. Just thought we'd have a little look around these buildings here. Just quite nice, aren't they? You never know what you might miss, you see, if you don't have a look round. Sometimes you can find just little indoor walkthroughs or animatronics around. What's this, a shooting gallery down here on the right? Yeah, it's nicely looked after here. You're gonna have another ride on the Grand Canyon coaster as well. Just have a look around this way, do a lap around this set of buildings. It's just always nice to see what there is. You know me, I'm a theme park enthusiast, not just a roller coaster enthusiast. I like to see everything. Well, that's like an old time photo unit. Used to have one of those at Alton Towers as well, like Wild West theme. Yeah, saloon, that's one of the food outlets in there. Looks quite nice actually. I did poke my head through the door. Here it is, there's a little stage in here as well. I assume they do shows at some point. Some saloon music playing. That's quite nice, isn't it? I don't know if there's anything on there. Hey, some guy on a piano, love it. Yeah, I assume they have actual shows on there at some point. That leads back down to the pirate area. This place is tiny, but there's so much packed into it. You see all the information down towards the other exit and entrance. Another cars ride over here. That looks quite new, doesn't it? That whole barn that's around there. I don't think there's anything else in these buildings, just a couple of shops. I'll see if there's any merchandise. With it being quite a small park, I don't know if they'll sell anything much or not. But you never know. Right, I'm going to have another ride on Grand Canyon, then I'll see you shortly where we'll go and have a ride on the Zamperla Disco up at the top end of the park. Billy's show there as well. 3 o'clock, I'm not going to be here by that time unfortunately. Just seems like some sort of character show. But it's good, because this is very nice around here. I like all these facades and they're all nicely maintained as well. Just had another ride then on the Grand Canyon on the back row. Oh, it's intense that on the back. For a family coaster especially. It's a good ride, like it's quite smooth, intense, really enjoyed it. I thought this might have a queue with it being quite busy here today and it being a very family orientated park, but obviously not. I'm going to be on the next cycle, or maybe even this one actually. Off we go then, it's party time. On the disco, get it? It's actually with a K and not a C, so there we go. Hey, straight into it. I find these ones without the big camelback in the middle a bit more intense actually. Always said that about Avatar Airbender at Blackpool Pleasure Beach back in the UK. Woo! Sitting on a horse on this one. There we go. Horsey, horsey, giddy up, giddy up. Quite a few more rides down here. There's a kids' dodgems, another little canoes ride, a little train ride for the kids, another spinning ride in there as well. Loads of stuff for the kids here. Woo! Hey, it's a good one train down there. Woo! So the plan is next, I'm going to have a couple more rides on that awesome drop tower, another go on timber drop, and then we'll have another look down the bottom of the park at that end by the splash battle, and then that'll be the end of the vlog. Woo! The disco, that was good fun, quite a long cycle, and here we've got the park mascots doing a bit of a meet and greet. That's quite nice, isn't it? All three of them out there. Got a sheriff, and we got a pirate, and then we got another, well, female sheriff in the middle as well. Lovely. Right, I'm going for another couple of rides on Golden Driller on that awesome Intamin drop tower. Amazing how a park like this has got such a huge ride in it. Tiny park, but it's absolutely lovely. I've really enjoyed it here today. So I'll have another couple of goes on this, and then yeah, just have one more look down the other end, see if there's a gift shop to look in, and then we'll leave. I'm off down to Europa Park. Hey, it's another one of these rides that just operates itself. Here we are, a nice spinning carousel. Just walk straight in, you can just get on it. There you go. No messing about. Straight on, no queue line or anything. Walk straight on, it just spins around nice and slow. Just noticed it down here when I was walking down past these other rides. There we are. Nice little idea, isn't it? It's just something that you wouldn't ever see back in the UK, isn't it? There they are, you can just step off. You know, and there you go, have a nice relaxing ride. Could have even sat in a canoe. So here's that splash battle built by Mac Rides. Looks great, doesn't it, with all the theming round. Very nice clean water as well in there. Definitely filtered. And it's got a fire effect just over there. I'll try and capture it at some point. However, I thought I'm going to go on the pirate ship anyway because it's got a walk on queue. So let's go. And off we go. It's only a small one this, so let's see how much swing we get. Nicely positioned inside the park this actually as well. So you get some fantastic views. All these different buildings in the foreground and then some of the bigger rides in the background. Hey, bit of theming on here as well. Oh. Woo! Hey, hands in the air like you just don't care. Woo! Quite good for a small one actually. Get a bit of a sensation on here, a bit of airtime. Woo! Long cycle. The pirate ship that just kept on giving there, that was good. Nice long cycle on that one. Plenty of swing action. Anyway, let's have a little look down here. The new ride for this year, and also that splash battle as well. A bit more of a detailed look around this end of the park. Not loads of attractions down here compared to the other side, but it's still very pretty. And the fact that in this pirate area, they've also put some palm trees in, really quite makes it. There they are. Yeah, it's nicely themed ride this, isn't it? Do really like it. Got the big skull over there as well. It's got some misters on. I best stand a little bit further back so I don't get soaked. Yeah, that fire effect, I think it's in that barrel over there. Hopefully these are going to hit it. I think it's over there somewhere, fire effect. From what I saw in the distance. Come on, aim at that target and you might get it. You might set it off. Come on, don't let me down. That's it, aim for the target. Hey, there we go. Good quality fire effects. Yeah, 2 flame effects in such a small park like this. Brilliant that a family-owned park can afford to have some special effects like that. There's one of them rodeo bulls over there as well. They're always good fun. If I was here with someone else, I'd have definitely had a go on that. I got someone to film me on it. And we've got this wonderful American carousel that's playing some nice traditional music. But I really like this park. I love it to bits. It's tiny, but it's got some beautiful themed areas. Wild West is my favourite theme in a park anyway. It's well looked after. The staff are all in themed uniforms. Like, what's not to like about this place? The location, like the scenery around it is stunning. Like, everything is great. The one thing with this park, and that I'd say would add to it even more, is just a bit more themed audio in places. And there is quite a few parts of the park with audio. But there's just some other bits that are a bit not much in terms of music. I think that could enhance it a bit more. But yeah, really quite impressed. Really good. This is the new ride for this year. There we are. You can see they've still got to finish the theming work on some of the queue line over there. Looks like it's just been open a few weeks, this. Very nicely themed with the octopus, isn't it? Like with these rides, they're normally themed on the outside here, but you don't get the whole bar themes. So I reckon when they open the splash pad will be planned for this, I'd imagine, and already put in the space for it. Unless they have extended out the lake, I'm not too sure. Well, it looks very, very pretty. So when I was in the car having some lunch, I mentioned about a big cactus drop ride. And this is it. Looks impressive off-ride, doesn't it? Yeah, how strange. And then it like tilts a little bit, which is really weird. Well, it's good on the hill just here though, with all the rocks. Yeah, you'll see what I mean in a minute, the way it just tilts forward. It's just going up and down for now. Yeah, it looks just a little bit strange. There we go, is he going to do it now? He's taking him up slowly. Holding, there we go, look at that, oh blimey. Makes a right noise when it does it as well. That's crazy that, isn't it? Has it got a short queue? If it has, I'm going to have a ride on there. Don't know where we get onto it. Is it just around here, maybe? If that's got a walk-on queue, then it's got to be done, hasn't it? Don't want to queue ages for it. Yeah, we've got a bit of a gift shop down here as well. I don't think there's loads to be seen. We'll have a little look. Oh, these are the mascots for the park. Oh, walking into a balloon. That was a bit of a fail, wasn't it? Let's have a little look in here. Got some good merchandise. T-shirt there for Golden Driller 2017. That's the Intamin drop tower. Caps, t-shirts, pirate attack, some good merch, hoodies, all these different hats as well. Should I get one, wear it on the America trip? All sorts of different generic items, but I have just noticed as well a few different themed mugs, €8.50, pirate ones. And these are quite nice items here, aren't they? There we are, Golden Driller, €6.90. Got the coaster on there, the El Loco. The Wild West style one. Sheriff's badge, these are all different magnets. Some nice stuff actually, good bits of merch, I like that. All the different major rides on it. It's got better merch in here than some of the bigger parks that I've been to on this trip. Look at those, how cool are they? Right, this looks very weird. I don't know who built this or anything. I've not done any research into it. But yeah, look at the restraint. It's got like an Sns style restraint what comes over here, which is interesting. And there's two different rows, and we're going up very slowly first. Don't think it's going to be quite as intense as that beauty over there, the Golden Driller. What a name! Here we go. Right, so it's just a couple of standard drops, wasn't it? First, there we go. Oh, that was very controlled. Look at the other entrance over there. Oh, we're at the top now. Get a good view across the park. Logo at the back there. I'm just waiting for that crazy motion. I don't think it's yet. I think we got this drop. Is it next? takes us up slowly beforehand, I know that. Blimey, there's just nothing around here, like, it's beautiful, it really is. I can imagine maybe like some log cabins or something. Oh my God, yeah! Blimey, I can imagine like some log cabins or something around here, I was gonna say. Blimey, that was intense when it went forward like that. God, that was really forceful. Blimey, I wasn't expecting that. What a ride to end on. Bit scary for the kids, that one. Blimey, it's the noise what that thing made as well. Obviously from watching it a bit further back, didn't realise it was going to make a massive noise when it did it. Just like proper like crazy. That was a very intense little ride for the kids. But there we go, that's all of my visit. So I'm going to make my way back to the car. I've been doing that quite traditionally, haven't I, really, during this trip? So we'll follow on with that tradition, back into the car, and I'll summarise my visit here. Honestly, I've really enjoyed it so much. Like, I wasn't expecting anything quite like this, and it's a lovely small little park. Sometimes it's the last minute decisions that are really the best ones, and that's been the case today with this visit to Fraispertuis City. I don't know if I'm saying it right, you know what I'm like, but I absolutely love this park, I adore it. What a day it's been. The standout bits from this for me, of course, being the El Loco timber drop, that was fantastic. Golden Driller, the drop tower, that's my favourite personal ride here. I absolutely love that. I think it's a brilliant drop tower, really intense, and it reminds me of Apocalypse back home. However, I prefer all the theming and general look of this. Other standout things for me has just been how well presented this park is. It's well themed, it's looked after nicely. I think all the staff in themed uniforms has really made it. There's a great variety of thrill and family rides here now. A few years ago it would have all been family, whereas now you've got a couple of awesome thrill rides, and I love how you can just see it all on the car park. The location of this park is something that really makes it as well. It fits the theme, driving through the forest, and then you arrive at this Wild West city. And I say Wild West because the park's what, 70% Wild West themed, and then you've got the little Mexican area, and then of course the pirates as well. But it's a lovely place. I enjoyed the train ride. I liked seeing all that area around by the splash battle, that's heavily themed. Not forgetting the Grand Canyon coaster, again that was good fun, quite intense. What a lovely park, it's been delightful. I thought I'd be here for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, get a few bonus credits, and then go down to Europa Park. But I've really enjoyed this visit. Feel like I've maximised it to its full potential, really. I know there's a few little smaller flat rides that I didn't go on, but they're mainly just kids rides. Not forgetting the log flume as well, that's good fun. I'll certainly be coming back here in the future. It's a park that I'd love to return to. You know, in terms of the drive from Europa Park, it's around an hour and a half away, maybe a little bit more than that, down to Europa. So, you know, it's not like it's ridiculously close, but if you are going to Europa Park and having a car, I definitely recommend popping up here for half a day and coming to see it. But there you go, thank you very much for joining me in this vlog from this park. It's been absolutely awesome seeing Fraispertuis City, however you say it, I don't know. But yeah, standout ride for me, definitely that awesome Intamin drop tower just over there. Anyway, I'm gonna make my way down to Europa Park. The next vlog coming up is gonna be from Hotel Kronosar. I'm about to go and check in there this afternoon. It's the opening day, the first official night where people can stay over after all the different events what they've been doing for like celebrities and family friends of the Mac family and all that sort of stuff. Today's the official opening day, so I'm looking forward to staying there tonight. I'll be doing a full tour of the room, the facilities, all around the hotel, and the weather is gorgeous for it. Thank you very much for joining me for another vlog here in this awesome playlist of new parks and returning to parks. Honestly, it's one of the best trips I've ever done this, and it's not really cost that much to do either, bringing the car over. I definitely recommend doing these Europe road trips. Honestly, you can see so much, spend not that much, and it's just an awesome time all round. I'm Sean Sandbrook, thanks for watching Theme Park Worldwide, and from Fraispertuis City, that means it's time to cue those credits. See you all soon.